Hi everyone, this is Francisco. So, in this video, I just wanted to share a robot idea that I had, and it's technically it's an iRobot for palm tree pruning, and I uploaded that idea on Facebook, on my page, I believe Invent or Don't Invent, and I will copy and paste the link to that video, to that post in this video description, since I am planning on uploading it to YouTube. And technically all it is a robot that will be self-aware, and I'm thinking that it will be able to it will be able to strap itself around a palm tree, automatically, and climb the tree, the palm tree, and it will be able to trim any palm tree, and that will be its sole purpose, to trim palm trees. And this will actually keep people safe and prevent injuries and stuff like that. And I guess if it requires any maintenance, whoever's operating it will be able to have a remote. The users will have a remote for it. So like if the chainsaw breaks or needs repairs to finish the job, it will be able to do that. But yeah, like, that's technically all it is and all it will do. And I thought about the idea because, my mom, she has palm trees, and not just that, but I remember trimming some palm trees myself, and there's bees up there, there's spiders and other bugs up there, and these palm tree guys that have to climb to trim them, technically they're putting their lives at risk, and I'm sure there's a lot of injuries in this line of work, as far as debris getting in people's eyes, There's also probably bugs that land on them, and I'm certain about maybe bees or wasps that sting them when they go up there, especially if they're not aware of it. If they're not aware that there's a beehive up there, or a wasp nest, or whatever the case may be. So this approach will be good, especially for very tall palm trees, where it could be more dangerous. But I was thinking about having a supervisor there on the job site at all times, just ensuring that everything runs smoothly. And also, like, for the city, it would be great for the city as well, for people who, maintain trees and stuff like that, and prune trees, as they set up the work zone area, because when someone goes up there on top of the palm tree, as they're pruning it, all the stuff falls down. So sometimes it requires for them to close down the road or roads, or temporarily close some lanes, shut down some lanes, lane closures, stuff of that nature. But I was thinking about, the robot obviously having the ability to strap itself and for it to be able to climb the palm tree, like similar to a palm tree trimmer, a guy that goes up there with a chainsaw to trim the palm tree. So it will technically have the harness and all that stuff, and it will work like similar to what a human has to go through to climb a palm tree. So the same thing will happen with the robot. The robot will go up there, and it will be able to do multiple jobs per day. And I'm thinking that it will expedite the whole process. And this is a like a super repetitive job that is required, especially as the palm trees grow, because they could be trimmed, probably once a year or more than that, maybe twice per year. So it requires constant maintenance or trimming, either once a year or twice a year. So even if the robots are able to tackle a lot of the palm trees, technically, the robots will be able to be reused, so that they will be reusable. Just similar to a chainsaw, you can use it. Once you're done using it, you can put it away for a year, and then you could start it up again. So the same is true with these robots. And I was thinking that they will be able to go, or companies in that industry who specialize in that industry of tree pruning, tree whatever, trimming, will be able to purchase them and use them to keep themselves safe and to tackle a lot more jobs safely without endangering people's lives. So I guess I can also do some research online to see, to search how many people get injured from that type of line of work. And I think that's the importance of it, especially now with us having more technology. And I also was talking about, I shared the Boston Dynamics dog that is for sale, and a lot of people have them, and some people even have them, and the people that own them use those dogs to carry their luggage, and the military uses them as well to carry supplies, water, ammunition, whatever the case may be, first aid kits, whatever you can think of. So they're out there. And then we also been hearing rumors of the Tesla AI robots. So it's similar to that, that line of work or industry with the robots. And then there's also other smart vehicles, smart robots, like the RoboVac for commercial and residential use, that sweeps, basically vacuums the floors and the carpets. And then there's even some that mop like hardwood floors and tiles, and probably even waxes them, stuff like that. So this idea is just for palm trees, and it'll specialize in palm tree work. And mainly, or just initially, for pruning palm trees. I'm not sure if it will be able to, remove, like cut down a complete palm tree, but I'm assuming that it will be able to, especially since everybody has the chainsaw on it. It will be able to make cuts, so parts of the cuts can fall away from the robot and down to the ground, or however people do that type of work. So I'm pretty certain the robot will be able to handle the pruning of the palm trees, and if someone wants a palm tree completely removed, the robot will also be able to tackle that job, or those type of jobs as well. But yeah, I thought this was a pretty great idea, so I shared it. Because I was thinking, like, how can we as humans, trim these palm trees without, endangering ourselves, putting ourselves at risk. So I started thinking about all kinds of possibilities for us to do that. But I even thought about like drones. Technically a drone can be used, especially if it's able to hover, fly up to the elevation of the palm tree, and then harness itself when it lands. So it'll be able to, hold itself together. So it will have like spider legs. Okay? This robot will have like spider legs. And it will be able to move like a spider around, the palm tree stump, because all of the palm trees are vertical. They don't have any twigs like a regular tree sticking out, besides the very top. But they're not twigs. I think they're called ferns, but I forget the actual name of the palm tree leaves. Those thingies. But like in the future, you people will be able to install some type of flying apparatus or drone onto the robot, so it won't have to climb from the very bottom, especially if the palm trees are super, super tall. It will just be able to, fly from the, like a semi-truck, a flatbed, directly onto the palm tree. It'll be able to strap itself, in case it malfunctions or whatever. So it won't injure anyone, hurt anyone. And it's all about going about it, safely and professionally. So we would all have to like brainstorm how this would actually work, and obviously taking the safest approach as possible. But so far, that's what I was able to think about, and I thought it was a great idea, so I decided to share it. This idea is not for regular tree trimming, although if it does have a spider-like legs, then maybe you people will be able to make it do that. But right now, I just thought about, just a palm tree, trimmer, and technically it'll be able to, do what a palm tree trimming company would do, without putting people at risk, and without, causing injuries. So I think this is a great idea. There's also another robot that I think a university, school, university, thought of, and technically it's, a robot that's able to pick strawberries, and they got it to work, and it's smart. It has AI, technology in it, so it's super smart, and it knows which strawberries are ready for picking and which ones are not. So it's super cool. So yeah, like I just decided to record this video to kind of elaborate further regarding my post on Facebook. On my page, it's called Invent or Don't Invent, and mainly I named it that because I thought about the idea of perfecting everything in the world with all of us in mind, communicating and getting and receiving feedback from one another to perfect something. And technically for us to, how everyone's already writing reviews about inventions. Well, it's the same concept, and it's basically, like I thought about it where, on a more professional level, it will be able to, or we will be able to go on there and provide each other with the pros and cons, what's good about a certain invention as opposed to other inventions, and what works best for some, and for us to take the best possible approaches, for us to to provide each other with the best of the best inventions, so we could better serve one another, and so we could provide each other with the best possible inventions, products out there on the market. So this would definitely help, these tree trimming companies. They won't have to pay for insurance, because some people, I'm sure there's some people that climb up there and some of them die. Okay. So with this robot, it'll just be the robot going up there. But there is also, the possibility of it falling down and injuring someone or killing someone or destroying something. So, I don't really know what will be the best possible approach to take, to either send a human up there or a robot. But I'm more inclined, in sending a robot as opposed to sending a human, because, everything else is materialistic. It can be replaced. It can be fixed if it gets broken. But us humans, it's more delicate work. Sometimes we break down, but, with technology and everything we have, the medical industry, we are able to repair ourselves like any other, machine out there. But it's more delicate work and more expensive. So, obviously, it will be better to send the robots to do the dirty work, the grunt work. And these tree pruning companies will be able to possibly even charge less for each palm tree, or they can keep the price the same, but they'll be able to tackle, much more work, per day. So, for some of you out there, if you guys create this, you guys will be able to sell these robots to tree trimming companies. That, or some people will be able to create just palm tree pruning, and technically they will drive on site with their robot, and they will unload it, or it'll unload itself. Because I'm thinking like a smart vehicle, like a Tesla self-drivable vehicle. Okay, so this is a robot that will have cameras. So, like a spider, it will be able to be activated, turned on. It will walk up to the palm tree. It will strap itself around the palm tree and climb all the way to the top. It will be able to turn on the chainsaw and immediately get to work. As it goes up there and is on standby, obviously a job supervisor will have a remote for the robot, and it will even be able to do manual work. So I'm thinking that the robot will be able to do the whole job by itself. But I guess in the beginning stages, someone will be able to operate it and control it with a remote, like playing a video game. Kind of like the super expensive drones right now that have those cameras on the remotes. They cost like $1,000 something. They're super expensive, but they're very powerful, and they're pretty much for photography, for taking images, videos. A lot of people buy them to record houses that are listed for sale, or that will be getting listed for sale in the near future on websites. So these people go and they record everything from a sky view with the drones, or if some of these real estate agents are selling property, or they use them for movies. So that's the idea there, with the remote. So the user will be able to make the cuts wherever, that person would cut. If it was up there on the palm tree, on top of the palm tree, strapped up. So, obviously these people will have experience. They'll have experience. So if the robot were to break down, technically they will be able to strap themselves up right there, and they'll be able to go up and do the job, finish the job themselves. Okay, so these are experienced people. They know what they're doing. But instead of all that, it will be the robot. So technically, they won't be cutting anything that doesn't need to be cut. These people will know exactly what they're doing. And I'm thinking for us to perfect the robot where it could have all the knowledge and wisdom of a palm tree trimmer or pruner, all integrated and downloaded into the software, into these robots. So they'll be able to just walk up to any palm tree, climb up, do the job all the way at 360, and then come back down and crawl on the, in the back of a truck or whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's really all I have for right now. But I thought this was a super cool, poor man patent idea, a concept. So if anyone likes it, if any of you, think I can get a royalty percentage or something, contact me. And I have a lot of other ideas on my Facebook page, Invent or Don't Invent. Go check those ideas out. And I don't think there's any robots like this out there right now. So, yeah, like this is, I think, a result of me like just stressing out and trying to think about how I can make money because I'm a poor person, just like the majority of the people. But I'm hungry for more. I'm hungry for more. And I see the potential. There's a lot of robots out there. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Bye.